We digress. I want to jump back 2004 November. As we kind of talked about the joint fight. That's kind of where I think you felt like everyone was kind of coming together because of Fallujah was now the beast staring you guys down. Can you talk to me the lead up of Fallujah and then some of the initial actions there?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a whole house to house is a breakdown of just how the military machine churns out a huge set play. You have these, assault areas, pre-staging areas. It's like, Willy Wonka's factory, and you sit here for 4 hours, you sit here for 5 hours, hurry up and wait. And so by the time you've heard every Newt Rockney speech in the world, let's go get them. You're at the point where it's like, that was yesterday. Like, I'm done.
Right.
And the Higgins boat was an open air container that brought you to the beach and dropped the gate came down and the fight was there. A Bradley fighting vehicle is like an oven. And when that door opens, you have no idea. The periscopes have been shot out. You have no situational awareness. And you're just kind of out there. And you have no idea where you are and what you're doing. And so it takes a little bit of acclimation to be like, okay, day, sun, nighttime. All right, now I'm looking at my map. We memorized our maps. We memorized our phase lines. The satellite imagery was 48 hours old. Nothing's there. The whole city, it's the size of Tampa Bay, Florida. All of our phase lines have been gobbled up by Spectre gunships and 16 Charlies and A-10s and artillery. There's nothing recognizable. And so you're like, oh my God, we're like a kilometer in. Like, it's crazy. Like, where are we? Who's out there? And so now, you go from sitting around for literally 15 hours on, a bench in a cooped up, Bradley fighting vehicle to, letting that dog off the chain. And, that's adrenaline, your adrenaline goes up, your adrenaline drains, your adrenaline goes up, adrenaline drains. And you try to sustain that for days and days without food and without sleep. And your brain starts to, you feel it, you feel, like, did I see that? Like, you got to trust your senses. And in an urban fight, first of all, we pull out of Fallujah in April. This is November. There are bodies rotting there since April. So everything is just teeming with bacteria and broken debris. And you learn to trust the sense that you never thought you would need in a firefight. Everything, my eyes are 100%. Not anymore. My eyes are seeing water buffaloes cross the road. Like, that didn't happen. Gallagher's hitting a melon. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm hallucinating. My eyes are gone. My ears are done. Everyone's shooting 5 feet away from you. Your ears are shot in a close quarter fight. And so what you rely on is your smell. Like, you go into a house and you're like, I smell bacteria. I smell feces. I smell breath. I smell body odor. There's a person here. I remember, you knock down a door. You do that 30,000 times. I don't even know how many times it's Tampa Bay, Florida. You're clearing a section of Tampa from east, north to south. You're going to hit, 50,000 homes. Each one, you've never been in it. It's not like SEAL Team 6 where the Bin Laden house, they built a facsimile. I don't know where the hell you store your sofa, what you're doing. You know what I mean? Right. and so I don't know where I'm at, what I'm doing. There's booby traps everywhere. They're knocking out walls and roofs, and it's just chaos. But I remember specifically there was so much debris and dust from just that city just sitting alone. And you would see excuse me, you'd see an orange cup, just a cup on a table. Everything's covered in dust and debris. In that cup, you're like, someone's here, right? Like, someone's here. And you would go from exhausted to just like, bing, bing, like everything in your body. And it made me feel like an animal. Like, I'm just like, like, I smell a dude Where is he? So now, where's he hiding? Well, I don't give a rat's ass. I'm popping. I'm not looking behind the couch. I'm shooting the couch. I see a bulge in the curtain. I'm shooting the curtain. I'm shooting the hall. I'm shooting everything. There's a dude here. And once you go through that and you're just hyper alert, you're just evaluating threat, it's actually an easier fight. The easiest of fights, because it's just threat, kill it, threat, kill it, threat, kill it. Where the other ones were, it's a threat, but there's kids there. You can't just throw a grenade in a room. There could be a woman in there. There could be an innocent person in there. Everything had to be surgical. This was high intensity, Old Testament. All the women and children are gone. If it's walking, it's got a gun. You ventilate it. It's done. It's through. And just the dogs in that city were not fed. The families just left their animals. And so the dogs were starting to eat people. And they would wait. Our Bradleys were like Pavlov, and the noise of the guns and the noise of the engines made them realize that when I hear these things, there's food sources. And so you would get ready to take a block out and you'd see like 40 dogs just lined up waiting. And they did our BDA for us. They did our battle damage assessments, because you would engage and then the dogs would run in and you'd be like, done. Like, all right, we got them because they're feeding. It was so insane. But at the same time, we did it together. We did it as a unit and we had each other. And then you come home and you need a new kitchen floor. You need new tires in your car. Your wife cheats on you. Your boss fires you. Where are my guys? Where do I go for support? They're not there. I don't have, I'm alone. I'm doing this by myself. So for years, I was just like, I'm a superhero in my head. I can handle everything. Let the world take a shit on me. I will get through it. I'm like, I don't have to do that. I have people that care about me. Why am I avoiding them? Because maybe I'm afraid to address the guys that we lost. I'm afraid to accept the reality of combat. And once I kind of went through that mourning phase and brought these guys back, I feel like I'm Thor again. I have them in my life and we're all going through issues, success, failure, divorce. Some have addiction, others have other issues, but you know what? They're not alone anymore. We fought for each other at war. We're going to fight for each other at peace. And that's really what this book is about, is finding your tribe, finding your family, and realizing that, you went through this together. Go through life together. What's wrong with that?